All right, ladies and gentlemen, those of you going on especially into a business-related field, I'd like to do a little business application problem. This statement, P of x equals R of x minus C of x. If I interpret that, what that's basically meant to say is the profit function is computed, your profit, by taking the revenue, which is what you're bringing in. Excuse me. Minus the cost. Okay, think about that. The revenue, how much money you're bringing in, minus what it costs you. When you subtract the cost from the revenue, you're left with your profit. So, in this case, we have a company whose revenue function is 20x minus 0.1x squared, and the cost function is 4x plus 2. We want to find the maximum profit and the number of units x that must be sold to yield this maximum profit. Well, we're missing the profit function. So the first thing we need to do is to compute the profit function. And the way we do that is we start with the revenue function, which is 20x minus 0.1x squared. That's my revenue, minus, and then we subtract the cost function. The cost function is 4x plus 2. Now notice I'm putting the cost function in parens because the entire thing is being subtracted. So, P of x is equal to 20x minus 0.1x squared minus 4x minus 2. Okay? We distributed the negative. Calm down, doggies. Daddy's filming. All right? Let's continue. The profit function is equal to. Let's put it in the correct order and collect like terms. We have the opposite of 0.1x squared. The 20x minus 4x is a positive 16x and a minus 2. Now we are trying to find the maximum profit and what causes the maximum profit to occur, what the x value would be to cause the maximum y value. Well, this, if you were to graph this profit function, the degree 2, so it's a parabola and a negative leading coefficient, it's opening down. So we know for a fact we have a maximum value, and that would be the y value of the vertex. So what we need to do here is we need to locate the vertex. That's what I mean by V. I want to find the vertex. Now remember the formula for vertex, okay? The x-coordinate, I'm going to go off to the side of the paper, the x-coordinate is the opposite of b over 2 times a. Opposite of, okay, b here would be 16 divided by 2 times, and a would be a negative 0.1. Okay, the negative becomes a positive. So on the top we have 16, and we're dividing this by 2 times 0.1, which would be 0.2. Now, a real easy way to do this without a calculator, that 0.2, move the decimal over 1, but what you do to the denominator, you do to the numerator. So that would make the numerator 160, and it would make the denominator 2. And I would come out with the answer 80. So my x value is 80. So I've already answered the question, how many units would it take to maximize the profit? The answer would be 80 units. But now it wants me to find the maximum profit. So what I now have to do with that number 80 is I have to take out my handy-dandy calculator here, turn it on, clear out the garbage I have in there right now, and type in, okay, we're going to type in the opposite of 0.1. In parens we're putting 80, and we're squaring it, so caret 2. And then we're doing plus 16 parens 80, so 16 times 80. And then minus 2. And we hit enter, and we come out with the answer 638. Okay? So basically I just went to this function, the opposite of 0.1 x squared plus 16x minus 2, but I plugged in an 80. That's what I did on my calculator to come out with the answer of 638. So, my two answers. The maximum profit, since profit is my output, 638, I don't know what that means. I guess it's in dollars, but it never really says. Oh, let's just go crazy. Let's pretend it meant millions of dollars. Who knows? Okay. Let's say it was 638 million just for fun. Because what would you do? I wouldn't do this for $638. That doesn't seem, logical. And how many units do we need to build? We need to build and sell 80 units. So whatever we're selling must be pretty expensive if we're making $638 million, But anyhow, this million is really a joke. The original problem didn't tell me what my units were in, so why not think big, okay? Bottom line is this. This number, the Y value is the profit, and the maximum profit, and the X value is the number of units you have to produce to make that profit. And we're done.